Okay, it's Monday Book Talk time. This week I managed to read 3 books. The first one, Walk on Earth a Stranger. I highly recommend this for anybody that enjoys fantasy or Gold Rush time period, Old West, things like that. The main character has the ability to sense the presence of gold. So a locket, a gold nugget, gold dust. She can follow her gold sensing abilities to the location of anything that is made of gold. Obviously, this is a very profitable skill to have. Also, something that could cause you to be exploited by another person if they were to, say, abduct you and force you to find gold against your will. In the very beginning of this book, the girl's parents are killed. Her uncle, she knows that her uncle did it, and he is going to take her to California from Georgia, where the story starts out, and he is going to use her basically to help him become very rich. She's not cool with that, so she decides to run away. She cuts off all her hair, dresses as a man, joins up with some other travelers, and hits the wagon trail to California. So it's lots of action, even though they're on a trail. For a large part of the time, there's a lot of things that happen, obstacles that they meet along the way, interactions with other travelers, things like that. But there's a lot of historical detail about the Old West and the Gold Rush, and people on wagon trains. So if you're interested in things like that and you also like fantasy, then definitely check it out. Highly recommend it. I think I read it in 2 days. It was so good. Next book. This is the sequel to A Darker Shade of Magic, which I talked about in a previous book talk. If you'll remember, there's a lot of elemental magic. People can control fire, earth, water, wind, things like that. In the first book, we were just introduced to the world. There are multiple versions of London. There's Grey London, where nobody really can do any magic, but some people are still interested. They believe in it, but they can't do it. In Red London, only certain people can do magic, and there's only the one person that can travel between the different versions of London. The king knows about him, but pretty much everybody else is in the dark. And in White London, everybody knows magic exists, and they're all trying to get a little piece of it. In this second book, there is a tournament called the Elemental Games. There's another name for it in their language, but basically people are coming from different parts of the empire around Red London to compete in battles to show their abilities with elemental magic. So you meet a lot of new characters. There's a lot, if you like fantasy battle scenes, then this will be great for you. So there's a lot of leading up to the tournaments. There's a lot of intrigue. There's something has awoken in White London that is causing changes in White London, so it's kind of creepy, and it's going to bleed over into other things as well. This is the second book in a trilogy, so be prepared to want the author to hurry up and write that third book. That's the way I felt anyway when I finished this the other day. So, again, if you like fantasy, if you like elemental magic, things like that, check it out. A lot of battle scenes. And the last book that I read, SuperMutant Magic Academy. This is very different from anything else I've ever read. It is a graphic novel, so it's kind of comic format. And it's interesting because it's not one whole linear story. It's set in this school where people are mutants or they have magical abilities, but every little 6-panel page is its own thing. Okay? So, like, this page could stand alone. This page could stand alone. And then when you get to the end of the book, you have a more complete story that spans multiple pages. But this would be great for people that don't particularly like to read long blocks of text. It is broken up. I'll just say it is kind of weird. The humor is really dark and geeky. But if you like role-playing games, if you like fantasy, if you like odd humor, then you might like this as well. I thought it was hilarious. I laughed out loud multiple times. So if you're interested, come check it out. And remember, we're fixing to head into lots of testing, so I would definitely recommend to take advantage of the fact that we are open every day this week and come and check out a book so you've got something in case you have some extra time. During the testing next week, there'll be a lot of times when we are not available. The library will be closed. There may or may not be somebody in the hallway to help you. So, like I said, take advantage of the fact that we're open this week and come in and get some books. And we'll see you later.